John Kavakis here with another edition of My Take, and today we're taking a look at Stamp's 1947 Cadillac Series 62 Club Coupe. Beautiful model. Let me talk to you a little bit about the background. 1946 and 1947 were very odd years for the automobile industry. Cadillac had introduced their Series 62 in 1940. It was there to complement the Series 61, which was the anchor of the lineup. And eventually, the Series 62 spawned models like the DeVilles and the Eldorados, which all began as nameplates, trim levels on the Series 62. Now, the Series 62 eventually was renamed the Calais in 1965, again, the anchor for the lineup. But in 1942, production halted. So it was the war. All of the resources the United States had, all the factories and everything, turned towards war production, effort to win the war. Now, production began again in 1946, but resources were scarce. Demand was incredibly high. Most makers simply resurrected what they were doing in 1942, used all that tooling and everything, and began pumping out cars as quickly as they could. There were some challenges to overcome. Bright work was very scarce and hard to get. Some 1946 Cadillacs were shipped with wooden bumpers, with the bumpers to be replaced at the dealership by chrome bumpers as they became available. So for 1947, things began to level out. Cadillac made some incremental changes, egg crate grill, there was a bit more chrome, plusher interior, and for 1947, we saw the very first hints of the Dagmar bumpers that became so prominent in the early and mid 50s or so. That's where they started, 1947. So for 47, sales were through the roof. Everyone, all the manufacturers were feverishly working on brand new designs, coming up with new ways to look at it. There were a lot of really neat ideas floating around, but sales were just through the roof. And part of that was because of the attitude of the country. I mean, the United States had won the war. They had contributed meaningfully on both sides of the country, in the Atlantic and in the Pacific. The Allies were victorious. And the United States, during that period, had just stepped onto the stage as a major military power, one of the first superpowers. So there was a lot of euphoria in the country and a lot of soldiers coming home with a lot of money and everything. So people were pretty excited. It was a great mood. And Stamp has captured the mood of the day in their 47 Series 62 Club Coupe. Now, I've got it in three colors here. I'm going to show you, give you a detailed look at each one of them. But the first one is green metallic, white over sand blue metallic, like in the river, and black. Let's get them out of the box and take a look at them on the turntable. We'll take a look at the black one first. A beautiful saddle interior. But, you know, I've mentioned in a few other videos that Stamp has a new process on their paint. They're calling it a varnish, which is kind of like a clear coat. And this black paint shows it off excellently. This finish is incredibly deep and incredibly lustrous. It looks like it's showroom ready. Next up is the green metallic, and once again, the finish is the star of the show here, an incredible green metallic, deep emerald. But there's a lot of detail to be enjoyed here as well. Stamp's been doing some really amazing stuff with their grills, and this is no exception. Headlights, excellent lensing, turn signals, really well done, deep and lustrous chrome. There's a lot going on here on the front end. Same story around the back end, excellent lensing on the tail lights, great trim around the edges of the trunk, badging is superb. Again, you see the deep and lustrous chrome there, well done. The fidelity is excellent, the lines and proportions are very accurate. Using the calipers, the scale is accurate, it's very precise as a matter of fact. Take a look at the detail and the scripting here on the hubcaps and on the badges on the edge. It's just a beautiful job. Here's the white over sand blue metallic. This is another stunner. It's a fairly unique color scheme here with the division between the top and the bottom, but it was something that was typical back in the 1947 model year. Take a look at the detail around the back again. Color separation is really good. Got trim there, but it's really well done. That badging, multicolor Cadillac badging, I just think is amazing. And the handle on the trunk is really well rendered. That would be a detail that might be overlooked on some other models. There they are, models that represent the end of an era for most car makers, 1946, 1947. And kind of the beginning of a new area for Stamp too. They've got a new paint process that is really producing spectacular results. The detail is getting better and better. They're listening to their clients. They're listening to the input they're getting and making adjustments whenever they're necessary. There's a lot of neat stuff coming out of Stamp and GLM. So these are available at your favorite dealers. Toy Car Geek has them. Legacy Diecast has them. Retail price on them is $129. Generally, if you're buying from one of those dealers, you're going to get them a little bit less expensively. They do show up on eBay, and there are several other dealers carrying too. All good dealers. We know most of them. But they're running right around $119 or so. Snag them while you can, because what we're finding out more recently is on all of Stamp's and GLM's issues, as they sell out, they get almost impossible to find. They're just not showing up on the secondary market as much as other makes might do. And part of that is because true collectors are absorbing them into their collection. So move on it now. I really like the green. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, do me a favor. Give me a like down there in the right hand corner. Love to have you sign up as a subscriber to the channel. I've got more videos coming. Thanks for spending some time with me. I'll be back again real soon.